Yo, how are you? I'm still prepping. I'm kind of rushing into this. Kids are being maniacs before going to bed, so. All right, let's get the YouTube chat out. Guess I just won't pay attention to X. Doing good, man. Had a little bit of a migraine earlier. Slept that off. Took a little nap. Back in action. You feel me? Back in action. All right. Oh boy. You found my stream from X. Oh, that's cool. Do you follow me on X? All right. How do I do it? I don't know. I have to do it, Mom. That's how I do it. Only problem is I gotta keep blowing my nose. It's pissing me off. All right, let's see here. It's a bit of an odd one today. Samikins. Should I just call you Sam? I stream whenever I have an order. So whenever I have a PC to build, I'm streaming. I live stream it for the customers. Speaking of that, I need to send them a message and tell them that I'm live. I need to turn the lights on in here. That's what I need to do. And also, I think this is on the wrong setting. Oh, I'm on movie. That's good. Okay. No, I don't mind having a conversation. No problem. My man Braithorn just went live too. Shout out Braithorn. All right. Oh, that would probably help. I'm gonna set this. So I build PCs for a living. My company is SIKPCS, SIKPCS1229. I build gaming computers and workstations, streaming computers, basically whatever anybody needs. Almost everything. Somebody hit me up today and asked for a workstation with two 5090s and a Threadripper 7970X. Sorry, I don't know what's going on. I feel like I have allergies or something. I keep sneezing. Yeah, Sam. It's a lot of fun. What made me start streaming on Twitch? I used to stream Call of Duty gameplay. I've been making content for a long time. So I never really like pursued it as a career or anything though. Never really wanted to. I think I gave it a shot for like 6 months, and I was working full time at the time too. It was just too much, but things are a little bit different now because this is my full time job. So. All right, I'm gonna get started here. Oh, I should probably send that email. Let me do that really quick. Just let the customer know I'm live. No, building PCs. The PC company is my full-time job. The streaming stuff is just extra. It's just like an extra service I provide. Not for any additional costs or anything, but where's the Wi-Fi antenna? It's free. Like I don't charge more to do this. There it is. Okay. It just helps me grow my brand. There's a ton of benefits to what I'm doing right now. Ton of benefits. Raythorn! My man. I just shouted you out a couple seconds ago. Alright. Let's get started here. What's up, chat? What is up, chat? Alright, Samsung 9100 Pro in the building. 15,000 megabits per second. I'm going to throw this in the drive cloner. Get some windows on there. I keep sniffling. Excuse me if you can hear that. Took a little nap earlier and I woke up with a stuffy nose. Oh god, here come the follows. Thank you, Zeno. Appreciate that. Verify that this is the right memory. Okay. This board is sick. No pun intended. I guess my camera's off center a little bit. So zooming in doesn't do what I wanted to. Thank you for... Okay, Bergie. Cool. Tough. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Thanks for the follow, Bergie. Cool. It's first time building with one of these CPUs. Maybe we'll learn something. Come on. This label placement couldn't be any more awkward. Don't you love that? It's like you almost hit the serial number when you're taking the box apart. Alright, we're doing a Liquid Freezer 3. Which means I gotta take the ILM off. It's been a while since I've done an Intel PC. What's up, Whip? Yeah, I'm very happy. I'm gonna leave this in the box for now. Yep, trying to put a face to the name, you know what I'm saying? I don't normally have this many viewers, so excuse me if I'm nervous. Whiplash, how long ago did you place your order? Because I think I said I wanted to do this in like 5 to 7 business days. All right. Tuesday. Okay. So we're at what? Is that 5 business days? Not bad. Ship it tomorrow. It's right in the middle. Now, on Arctic's website, they said this is compatible. Looking at this with this giant M.2 heatsink, I mean, this board is crazy. Can you guys see this? Look at this thing. Like, look at the heatsink. I mean, it is unbelievable. Oh my god. It's like you're cooling the sun. Jesus. All right, so Intel gets the contact frame with this cooler. So we got to take the ILM off. Let's see what we got here. I think I have it. Whoa, that's not good. I have it in here. I don't. It is on here. iFixit kit. Now, which one is it? It's a little bit big. Maybe it's this one. A tad smaller. This one? Yes. Thanks for the follow, Robert. Appreciate that. Appreciate the lurk. Listen, guys, I'm not a streamer, okay? So if I miss your chat or something, don't crucify me. I'm almost positive they give me a I can't get over this motherboard, by the way. This thing is unbelievable. All right. 265K. Confirmed. We're in there. This goes right over the top. It's gonna be a tight fit for this cooler. Hate to say it. I think it's gonna be okay. But we're gonna be like right on the edge there. One, two, three. Okay, got all the screws. It's the one we want. This is for AMD. Screws. That's AMD also. There's our screws. Okay. I'm gonna give you the thermal paste for this, just for whenever you have to repaste your CPU. It's gonna be in the motherboard box, Whiplash. I'm going to put some Thermal Grizzly Duronaut on here. Okay, now this has a standard Phillips head. Get that started. I don't know if you guys have ever torque the lug nuts on a wheel in a car or done a head gasket or something like that, but we're going to be doing the crisscross pattern here. Doesn't need to be crazy tight. Follow our pattern. There's only enough threads on here to give us exactly what we need. I'd say that's tight enough. I'd say that's tight enough. Good. Good. And what that does, it screws right into the back plate and gives us even distribution. And the reason that they made this is because the CPU, the ILM, the regular mechanism for clamping that down, isn't even distribution. It bends the CPU this way. Yeah, I'm excited for you too. I can't remember exactly. Were you doing like 1440p gaming? I'm pretty sure, and like some video editing or something. Yeah, 1440. Okay, that's why Braithorn recommended the CPU. I'm surprised, honestly, but CPU fan header right there. Sorry, my big head's in the way. I just like to do those first, and we'll put our memory in too. Yeah, I mean, are you doing video editing? Normally, he recommends these when the person's doing video editing, but it might have just been a price thing because this CPU is pretty cheap. I don't remember what the price is. I don't even look at that stuff anymore. It's all automatic. Bring my garbage can over here. Yeah, like typically Bray will recommend like the 9700X. I know he likes the CPU also. Me and Bray have had many conversations about Intel. I actually was a really big fan of the 12th to 14th gen. Because we had caught the microcode thing, not knowing that it was the microcode. This is a regular ATX motherboard, yeah. We had caught the microcode thing pretty early and had ran everything at Intel defaults. And we didn't really see any voltage issues when we were running them, but the CPUs were like running, they weren't boosting like they were supposed to. So, okay, I think the SSD's done. It is. Pull this out, throw this guy in. Let's see how they want us to do this. Looks like I can press this. Whoa. What kind of fancy... Look at this. It has a heat pipe in the M.2 cooler. How cool is that? Wow. You know, one thing that Asus always does too... What side am I going in here? Oh, left side. I gotta take this thermal pad thing off. One thing that Asus always does for Intel is they always give them the better motherboard. Like, the way that they hook them up with, like, all this crazy stuff. There's always more features, there's always more USB ports. And then the AMD stuff just seems to get this shit end of the stick. Like, this is very nice. Been a while. I mean, that's cool. It's really cool. Alright, Braithorn, if you're watching, I'm looking for plastic things to pull off right now. I mean, this board is gorgeous. Good lord. They like to hide. It looks like there's a screen on the on this thing over here. Very cool. Oh, yeah. Okay, I think that's all. Oh. Another one. Okay. I think we're good. Is there a preferred slot? I have to look up how many Gen 5 PCIe lanes you get with this thing. But I believe everything above the graphics, this first graphics card slot, this PCI 16, PCI 5.0 16 slot, everything above this is Gen 5. What you can do most likely is run the first slot in Gen 5, and then underneath here, there's more M.2 slots. It's probably 2 more based on the size of this, and you can probably run those in Gen 4. I'm assuming it only has 20 PCIe lanes. I have to look it up. Let's see. 265K PCIe lanes. Let's look at the specs. "20 PCI 5 and 4 PCI 4. Yeah, so like I was saying, probably 1 in Gen 5, which is this SSD that we're putting in is Gen 5. And then the other ones you can run in Gen 4. You could put them in here, which will be easier for you with the graphics card installed. And then I'm assuming underneath here there's some more. I think there's probably 4 more. I mean, there's a lot on this board. There's a lot of them. Okay, let's get moving here. Cooler's prepped, basically. Motherboard's prepped. Let's get the case out. This is going to be a pretty quick build. I don't have a ton of fans that I have to deal with. All the fans that are going in this case are already in it. I don't think you got the extra 3 that go on the bottom. Pretty sure Bray didn't think it was going to need it. And I don't think so either. So let's get this case out. Fantex XT Pro Ultra. The cooler going in this takes a little bit of finessing, but it's a nice fit once it's in. Yeah, you don't need it. It's fine. You think you're going to run out of storage? Even with a 2 terabyte drive? So yeah, see, you get the 3 fans in the front, 140s, and then 1 in the back. These are the M25s, the Gen 1s. Yeah, they are requiring more space. If you're going to be playing AAAs, for sure, you're probably going to need more storage. Just on the next one, you don't need Gen 5 drives. Like some 990 Pros would be perfect. Just grab like a 4 terabyte. They're like, by the time you're ready to actually buy one, it's probably gonna be like $250 maybe. So it's not so bad. All this. Fish these wires through the back. I have to remove the front panel. I have to loosen up the top two fans. I build so many of these cases, man. So many. For a budget option, for the fans that come with it, and the fact that you can fit a Liquid Freezer 3 in here in the top, it's that's why it's my favorite. Tons of airflow, and you can fit up to 10 fans in here. I have to loosen up these fans here and the one in the back because the radiator needs to fit just above the fan. I don't think it's actually, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the radiator that it's like it takes up the whole space. Like it sits right on top of the fans. So the fans in the beginning, I just have to come out. One more thing I have to do also before I do this, don't let me forget, is I'm not putting the cooler in yet. I'm gonna I have to put the motherboard in first. Motherboard has to go in first, and I have to route the... Good for you. Thank you. Thank you for doing that. That means a lot to me. I have to put the motherboard in first. I'm going to put one of these fan screws back in for both of these top fans. Just temporarily. Just to hold them. Because I got to put the motherboard in first and then run the PCI, not the PCI, the CPU power cables first. With this one, because the space is, it's not like constrained, per se, but there's really just not a lot of space to work with. So I'll just place that in there for now. Let me get this power supply. Oh, gosh. Little Seasonic Vertex action, 1000 watt. That's such a Braithorn thing. Because you never know, you know? You never know. Okay. It's odd. I'm just going to do open up these wires. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he kind of has to recommend higher wattage power supplies. The thing that I really like about Seasonic, though, is that their power supplies consistently test over the wattage they're rated for. They gave me two 12VH PWR power cables for this one. Lucky you. Alright, I might as well take all this stuff out now. Let's see. CPU. That's what we're looking for. And then I'll use the 12VH PWR that was already out. I don't know what I did with it. Oh, it's underneath over here. Glad you like it, Sam. Glad you like it. That's my favorite design out of all the ones that we did. You got the dual stream up. I like that. Okay. Now we can place this in here. Good. Silly me. Get my nice bag of screws here. Yeah, Sam, the only thing that, well, what I've noticed so far is that everyone thinks that they're massive, that they're too big. And when we were choosing the sizes, I was like, the bigger the better, you know? Because why not, you know? Then I realized that not everybody has an 8-foot long desk like me. And you know what's crazy is every square inch of it's taken up by something. I got 2 printers, an ultra wide, a monitor, PC, UPS, router, decorations, an Xbox. I got Xbox games, all kinds of stuff over there. Great way to start this, dropping fucking screws. Okay. Let's just get this first one in. Oh yeah, it's actually so good. Bergie, it's really good. I'm not just gassing Linus. It's actually excellent. I switch between this and the Milwaukee this stubby impact guy. But I figure this is fun, you know? The magnet on the tips is extremely strong, which is the best part. Yeah, they're awesome. I've built, I don't even know, 60 or 70 PCs with this screwdriver. The ratchet is like, it takes no effort, which is exactly what you need for PC building. Honestly, there's not a lot of really tight like corners and stuff or whatever. I still have like an iFixit one with like the bendy extension, which is really great. But I like the handle on this more. The magnetic piece is stronger. I just like this one more. All right. Routing might have to be a little different on this. I'll check this out in a moment. All right, let's get this cooler in. Turn this like this. The King 95, that's the one that Braithorn really likes. Is that the Montec one? Bray keeps talking to me about those. Keeps telling me like, "Oh, Mike, you got to use them," and I'm like, "I will." But I'm a Fantex boy. I can't help it. I've built like, you know, when you build in enough cases, you kind of realize at a certain point which ones are really good and like nice to build in. And doing this as a business where you have to make money on your time, it has to be easy to build in, you know? It has to be high performance and easy to build in at the same time. So like when you find something that works, it's hard to stray away from this stuff. So it's not like I'm not willing to try other stuff. It's just that I know this stuff works so well. And I'm not gonna, a lot of times, especially with the really expensive stuff, like the Haven HS420 we just added. That's an example of a case. Sorry guys, one sec. I gotta concentrate. Okay, just lay that down. Get my screws for that now. I really just want to make sure that I'm recommending stuff to my customers that I know is good. You know what I mean? And for some reason, Montec to me always just screamed like knockoff. I don't know why. It always just, that's just the way, like, maybe it's just the name I don't like. I'm very silly. I'm a sucker for good branding, you know? Seriously, a sucker for good branding. And like when I look at a product and I see that the people who designed it really, really gave a shit and it's like obvious, I'm like, that's the one for me. And like anytime I build in a Fantex case, I'm like, man, like these guys build PCs. That's kind of I'm like, these guys build PCs for real. I am just looking for radiator screws and washers, and I'm just matching them up so I don't lose them. I have pretty big hands, so little tiny pieces of metal tend to escape me. Yeah, Whiplash. I fix it from Jay's 2 cents. Yeah. That's not where I got it from, obviously, but his commercials are so funny. I kind of stopped watching Jay a couple years ago. There was like a point in like tech YouTube. There was like a turning point where like everyone started focusing on nothing but drama. And obviously like they feel like it's their job to cover the stuff, but like when I'm just looking for information, and even Gamers Nexus is going and doing covering the drama stuff, I'm like, brother, please stop. And so I kind of just stopped watching Jay. Because it also seemed like whenever Steve would post a video, Jay would follow up with a video about the same thing. And he's like, well, I saw Gamers Nexus video, so now I have to make a video about it. And I'm like, can we just be original? But Of course, it's just my silly perspective, you know, because I'm not someone that has millions of followers that has a responsibility to make sure that people aren't getting screwed. So, you know, that's kind of how that goes. Yeah, I really liked his content when he was doing Skunkworks, and I can't remember the name of the one after that. Like his like crazy custom liquid cooling personal computers, and when he did that collab, I was talking about this yesterday actually. When he did that collab with Post Malone, when Posty did the Beer Bongs and Bentleys album, and like the coolant, it was like beer themed basically. I thought that was really cool. That was like the first time I saw. I'm like, oh, famous people are gamers too. It's kind of like an aha moment, you know? I'm not gonna put those screws in yet. I'll put those in last. It is. It is really tough to come up with original content because, like, those guys, Jay had pretty much. I feel like Jay got to a point where like he maxed out what he could do with how he was set up. And I don't know if you've watched any of his content recently, but he had Steve from Gamers Nexus go in there and like help him set up a whole bunch of benchmarking stuff so that he could provide more accurate testing, which is awesome. Which is really cool of Steve. But like Steve just wants to make sure that people, wherever the people's eyes are, they're going to be getting the best possible stuff, you know? And then there was that whole drama with Steve and Linus, you know? And then Louis Rossman came in and he was talking about how Linus is a scumbag. I don't know. It's like we're gamers, like we don't need drama. Like we play games to get away from stuff like that. And it's like, why are we doing this? Are we children? Or what? Okay. So I think this is the top one. And this is the part where we have to slide this stuff around in order to get it to fit. Okay. Where are we limited here? Oh, it's because it's too tight. Silly. Wonder which screw it is. I typically only do the diagonals first to make sure that I can slide this stuff. There we go. That's the one. Okay, I'm going to remove these completely. That'll allow it to slide. Yeah, of course they do. I mean, it's their job. They have to get views in order to pay their bills, you know? It's just I'm not the viewer for that. It's not their fault. They have to get clicks at the end of the day. That's why if you watched Gamers Nexus, I mean, there was a period in time where like everything he was posting was drama and like nobody gave a shit. Like, oh, this company's doing that, this company's doing that. You know? Obviously the Nvidia stuff was really important. Not that the content that he was doing wasn't important. It's just like so off brand for Steve, and like it seemed like it was just he was trying to rebrand into like he was trying to go full on journalist type shit. You know? That was his main focus. Like that's what it seemed like his main focus was. Right, let me at least position. Get this back fan positioned here. Make sure we have room. We do. Yeah. Drama's just I don't know. Not my cup of tea. I really don't care. Razor's Edge sharpening. The Lazy Susan, I'm sorry, I don't know how long ago you said that, but the Lazy Susan is the most important thing for the whole setup. It's everything, brother. This table I got from, this is like a restaurant like tabletop, and then the bearing is almost as big as the table that's underneath it. I can't remember where I got it from. I'd have to look it up for you. I wasn't always working on like a workbench like this. I was dealing with like a lot of space constraints, so like I was doing this on like a picnic fold-up plastic table with like a sheet on it, and the cases were so heavy once everything was in there that the middle of the table was starting to bow, and I'm like, oh my god, I need something to distribute the weight a little bit more evenly, and so I got the idea for a tabletop, and I got a cheap one, and or the Lazy Susan. I got a cheap one from Amazon that was like just not big enough. I think it was probably like 6 inches smaller in diameter, and it just was not good enough. And it was horrible. And then I did some research and I found this company that makes bearings for them. And it's the greatest. It's probably the best investment. That between that and this, I just got a Husky. It's like one of the, you can go to Home Depot and buy these workbenches. It's got two tool drawers. It's metal frame. It's on wheels, so you can move it around, and it's height adjustable with like a crank. Really good stuff, brother. Highly recommend. All right. Cooler's in. I'm gonna install the cooler now. So let's get that done. As you can see, you look at the clearance here. The radiator's butted right up against the fan. And then the fan on the radiator on this side is almost right against the other fan. And the radiator takes up as much possible space on top. It's like a perfect fit. I don't know if you're into cars or anything, but like the fitment, it's mint. It's good fitment. All right, enough yapping. What the hell's my thermal paste? I put it in the wrong container. Am I cleaned up yesterday? Okay, it's not in there. It's not in there. Must have just thrown it in here. Well, guess I'm gonna open a new one. Wait, is that it? Am I feeling it? Oh, that's a different one. I really opened up 2 tubes of Duranot, and I think I lost them both. I gotta try and remember where the heck the rest of them are. I have like 10 packages of them. Did he really? You can't make that up. Yeah, me and Bray are working on a little project where I'm going to be offering that case for him specifically, which is pretty cool. All right, we'll just go right down the line. Pull the tube back a little bit, try to suck that stuff in. And hopefully not lose this tube, because this stuff's expensive. Okay. Now for this part, peel this off. And I'm going to want to plug in this cable too before I go any further. Okay, I gotta be careful not to twist this wire, because then it's gonna be ugly. Let's pull this. I don't normally do it like this, so it's kind of doesn't like this. I really wish they just pre-install this. For many reasons. The main one being that it's annoying. And I have to slip this cable underneath here and pull it through. And tuck these wires in. This. So that the cap fits over it good. And pull it to the side. Yes. Sorry guys, you're not gonna be able to see this, but I have to line these screw holes up. It's pretty important. The fish tank, you mean? I'm right there with you. Some of them, that one to me just looks cheesy. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the fans I don't like. All right, that came out pretty nice. Now, plug this into the top and then fish the wires through afterwards. Okay, I got 2 pins on that side. What I'm about to do right now is one of the worst things about building PCs. Is plugging in the RGB. It is abysmal. These connectors suck. They come out so easily. Also, I'm gonna need to do the standing up. Case standing up, me sitting down. That's what this is looking like to me. Yep, that was the key. Instantly got it. It's fine. I don't you might like it. I know you're not an RGB fan, but you say that now and then you get it and you're like, actually, this is kind of cool. I think the RGB cooler was actually cheaper. That's why we went with this one. And I know that doesn't make any sense, but it's true. I'm just making it not ugly. Nice and tight. Then we'll tie it up here. All right, I'm gonna lower this. Probably gonna do the rest of this sitting down. Yep. That'll do it. Looking good. Yeah, it looks great. Look at the fitment. Probably zoom out a little bit here. It's gorgeous. Thanks for the follow, Bulldog. Beautiful. All right. What's next? Cable management. All right. So we know that. Let's look at our fan wires actually. They should be bridged, all of them. So that connected. RGB's connected. Good. This is RGB. I'll just throw this over the top for now. We're looking at front panel connectors first here. I think this is the one fan cable for everything. Okay, two fan cables for everything, and then this is the actual front panel. Okay. Another thing about Fantex, man. Front panel connector, it's one cable. No fidgeting with 16 little wires. You just connect it. It's a builder's dream, for real. It really is. Stay up there. All right, and on this motherboard, most likely... Oh, it's the opposite. Okay, so USB 3. I'm gonna put through the side right here. Sorry you can't see this, but I need to focus on quality control. Okay, we'll manage those wires in a minute. We'll get this HD audio plugged in. Okay, well that's plugged in. Do our two fan wires. Separate this stuff, go straight down to the bottom. RGB. On the bottom, all the way on the side. So we're going all the way down here. And I'm going to install, Whiplash, I'm going to install a program called Signal RGB. And when you get your PC, I can turn all of it off for you. So that way when you get your PC, it'll all be off once Windows boots up. Up to you. All right. All that stuff's plugged in. That's going to go to the power supply later. Power cables. Oh, I should probably put this hard drive cage back in. All right, I think I can tie everything up over there. I'll have the motherboard power cable go through this hole. So I can tie everything up now. Yeah. No. Yeah, but like, what are we supposed to do? If he doesn't eat, we can't give it to him. Come here. I'm talking to myself over here. What? Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, the hot dog package is open. It should have like a couple left. Yeah, she's crazy. Good. I'm making really good time. I'm only at an hour and I think I have like 20 minutes worth of work left. Well, for the build part, the configuring Windows and stuff takes a little bit longer. Yeah, that migraine took me out. I don't know. I don't know what that was about. Probably just lack of sleep. I don't know. Are those bagels still good? ShopRite, you mean? Huh? Oh, thank you. Yeah, she was saying that to me today. I tell her that all the time. Like, if she thinks she's scared of like the bees or the bears or whatever, I'm like, don't worry, Daddy will protect you. All right, let me get those other radiator screws back in up top and tighten these up. Tight, tight, tight. Sorry if you can't see anything. All right, we're ready for power supply at this point. Hey, Whiplash, are you still here? I wanted to ask you a question. Okay. Do you have a UPS? Ooh, you know what I just noticed? The case is bent. I don't know how I didn't notice this before. Oh yeah. That's not good. That's why the side panel was coming off kind of difficult before. I'm gonna have to show you something in a second, Whiplash. If I can't fix this, I might have to return this case. Unfortunately, I just noticed. Maybe I could just pick it up and show you. You see that? Looks like shipping damage. Might have to give you a discount. Yeah. I think I could fix this. I have to strategically do it. Let's see. What's actually bent here? I mean, this stuff is riveted on. It's not like you can just unscrew the bottom. You can kind of see it here. Zoom in. The reason I just noticed it. Yeah, it's funny. It's funny that you mentioned that. Yeah, the reason I noticed it is because when I just tried to slide the power supply in, it was giving me a little bit of trouble. And this is like, this space right here, this space is like exactly the amount of space that you need to fit a power supply in. So I was like, that's weird. So no damage on the box. Nope. No damage on the box. Yeah, the box looked good. Yep, no damage on the box. Yeah. What do you want to do? You want me to try and fix it? Yeah, I mean, it happens. Sometimes. Luckily, metal's pretty easily convinced. It's just it's just unfortunate. I think I have a hammer in here. Okay. Ow. Ow, ow, ow. Doesn't look too bad now. It's not perfect, obviously. Good thing this is the exact reason why I like doing the live streams. You know, just in case something like this happens. I'm just trying to look at what the rivet's supposed to look like. Well, it's actually square now, so I think the side panel should go on pretty easily. Let me actually take a look at the side panel. Fantex in the past has sent me new side panels. This actually looks perfect. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, this is fine. I'll send you a refund for, I don't know. We'll talk about it. I could refund you some money on this for sure. I would like it to get it to as close to perfect as I can. There's just this little edge that's like... let's see. Okay, I see. Let's see what we can do here. Sure, I got something here I can do this with. I really just need a flathead screwdriver. I have one in my truck. Let's see, I can use a flathead bit like this, I think. Too thick. Let's see. You know what? A fix-it kit might come in handy here. I need a really thin, really thin one. Let's do what we can and check the result out. And if you're not happy with it, we'll figure something out for you. Okay, I think if I just clamp that. These pliers should be able to get this. All right. It's definitely better. Like I said, not perfect. And I will definitely consider refunding you. Oops, what did I just do? Let's try to zoom in on this here. So you can see the little scrapes of metal here. I believe that's where it was hit. And that I still have to try to straighten this out, but you can see how it's kind of bent right here. Very, very slight now. I think one more shot should do it. Yeah, this is actually the back. I still have to try to put the power supply back in. I haven't done that. Again, since I noticed it. Yep, power supply goes in now. Exactly the way it's supposed to. So, that's fine. Front panel will be fine. This is the back, so. Up to you. I think the case is 110. I could throw you 60 if you want. Just for this little stupid damage. Just if you have PayPal or something, just send me your PayPal and I'll take care of you. No, I want to make it right. It's not, you spent a lot of money on this, you know. I want it to be perfect. I don't want something like this to happen to my customers. So I'll take care of you. It's all part of doing business, you feel me? You know what? If you want, I think it would be better to make that decision, like you make that decision whether you want some money back or not once you actually get the PC. And then you can decide. Now that I think about it. Because you could see it on camera. You'll probably never see it ever when you actually, you know what I mean? But like when you inspect it and see it with your own eyes, you should decide. Yeah, I think that's the best decision for everybody. You know what? While we're here, I might as well like really thoroughly inspect all the corners now. I didn't feel any other issues. See the difference? You probably can't see this. Yeah, my camera doesn't zoom in far enough. But the top part, the top panel and everything, all this is screws, but the bottom is rivets. So it would be like normally I can just email Fantex and be like, "Hey, damage in shipping, send me a new panel," and just replace it. But being that the bottom is riveted, there's no repairing this. This is just replacement. You know what I mean? So, question for you, since you're here. I have everything plugged into the power supply that you're going to need. I just wanted to ask, do you want me to plug in any of the extra wires? Because this, being it's 1,000 watt, it comes with a lot of wires. Where did I put them? Oh. It comes with a lot of wires for like accessories and stuff. Can't imagine you'll be plugging a lot of stuff in. I can plug in like the SATA power ones just in case you ever add anything to it. I don't know what you'd add. It kind of has everything already, but What do you think? Put my hammer back. SATA's good? Alright, cool. Got you. I'll use one of the ones that has a bunch of them on it. This should be good. You know, every time I do one of these live streams and I have the customer in here, it just reminds me of how good of an idea it is. Shout out Braithorn. He gave me this idea quite a while ago, and I had to theory craft how I was going to do it. It's just genuinely such a good idea. Yeah, I mean, the rest of the wires, it's just like, there's like a Molex one. It's more SATA. I mean, I guess these days it's all SATA. There's like a Molex, but like you're not going to use Molex for anything. I would never let you. Yeah, it's also good for like documentation, like, so you know exactly what it's supposed to look like. Like, this is how it left, and this is what it's supposed to look like when you get it. It's good for me, for evidence, for shipping companies, all kinds of stuff. All right, let's get our power supply screws in. Oops. The other good thing, well, I mean, it's not really a good thing. Maybe it's a good thing, is when you ship these with a full system in it, it has a lot more structural integrity. So honestly, you know what? I should just not say anything. Never mind. I'm not even going to say it. Don't need to jinx myself. Forget it. Forget it. Forget about it. I didn't say anything, and I wasn't going to say anything. It was all just nothing. A whole bunch of sweet nothings. I was just whispering. Can't see. There we go. And for the SATA cables, what I'm going to do is, because you're probably only going to have two things at most, I'm going to tie up the rest of them. And just stuff them in here. I'm going to put them underneath. I put them underneath the hard drive cage here. It'll be nice and easy for you to access. Ooh. Gotta tie these up better. I don't like that. Ugly. Thanks for being understanding about the bend, by the way. I would have had no problem rebuilding this for you or anything. It's just, you know, you have to wait, which sucks. That's a good looking PC, man. All right, let's get this graphics card in here. 5070 Ti. What kind of games do you play, by the way? You want the unboxing experience for the graphics card? Here, let me move this thing out of the way. Want to try a new COD? Asus. There she is. No, let me give you the experience. This is the adapter cable that they give you, just in case you don't have a native 12-volt high power. And they give you a Asus little strap for the cable, which is cool. That's it, and the card. Shiny. Yeah, this is the first Prime one that I've used. Asus just has pretty damn good build quality, you know. 4 ports. Sorry, 4 ports. I think it's 1 HDMI, 3 display. Very nice. That was the cleanest I've ever peeled off one of those things, by the way. DisplayPort. God damn it, my lights just went off in my house. Hold on 1 second. It's on a timer. It goes off every day at this time. Yeah, DisplayPort for sure. I like that it has the cables like locking. And it's good. And unless you have a monitor or a TV with HDMI 2.1, that's a different story. Different story. I'm gonna be using HDMI for the stress testing and stuff though. Just because the monitor that I have is only 60 hertz. I'll put that in the PC. Take off this thing. And then this backplate sticker I have to take off. This usually sucks to take off. There it goes. Beautiful. Nice card. All right. If there's anything we need to know here, doesn't look like it. Just need to take out 2 slots. The prime cards do not come with a stand, like a support thing. So that may be something you want to look into. Just get one off Amazon for a couple bucks. Just to support it. It's not a heavy card though. The whole point of these is that, like, this one, it's like dual slot. It's like 2.5 slots actually. Yeah, so it shouldn't be bad. They're supposed to be like lower profile, but it doesn't hurt. You can definitely get one. Also, actually, you know what? I might have one. Let me see if I can find one. You know, I did have an MSI one sitting somewhere over here. Oh, there's my thermal paste. Did have an MSI one, but I can't remember if I used it for something else or not. Some of the Fantex cases come with their own support. It's not in there. Not for this case. No, the more budget cases typically don't come with support brackets, but like the NV5, the Evolve X2, those ones have one built into the case. And I thought I had an extra. The other thing too is like you can get creative and just find something that is the right size and just stuff it in there. Just under the corner or something. Yeah, so there she is in all her glory. Just gotta finish this up over here. And we'll get to turning her on. Beautiful, man. Look at that. Cable management in this case is just it just comes out looking so good. Wow. All right, let's put this case back together and fire it up. Put this front panel back on. Okay, one thing I did want to mention, you see how the top, I don't have the mesh. Here, let me show you what it looks like. This is what it looks like with it on. Leave this off. I'm gonna, when I box this up, it's just gonna be sitting on top. It restricts airflow a bit. You don't want to deal with that. What am I doing? Backwards. Okay, so this is what we need to look at here. Is the fitment of the side panel on the bottom. Because when these two panels are lined up, you can really see if the bend is how bad the bend is. It's really not bad. I think I did a pretty good job fixing it up. All right. Glass back on. The screws went in this time on the back panel, no problem, by the way. It didn't fight me at all. So should be good. All right. Let's boot this thing up. See if it posts. I'm not going to be able to look at chat when it posts, so just an FYI. So I have to use the monitor that I'm using for OBS. Okay, is there a BIOS one? BIOS USB? No. I'm just going to any of them. And this thing has so many 10 gigabit USB ports, it's insane. Yeah, like I said, just when you get it, just take a look at it. If it bothers you, I'll shoot you a refund, no problem. That was weird. Okay. Power. Oh, man, that motherboard looks so good. Let me slide this thing over so you can see it a little bit better. We're missing RGB on one of the fans up top. Wonder why. I knew it went too smooth. I'll check that out in a second. One of the connectors probably, when I was putting the radiator in, probably disconnected or something. No problem. I'll fix that up. I'm going to switch to the monitor, see if we got video. Actually, I might have to restart this one time. Where's my power button? pleased to know you well. All right, we posted. We're in BIOS. I'm going to fix this thing up. Fix this last RGB on the side. Do some investigating. I could hit F1 though, for sure. All right, everything looks good. Turn this back off. Let's fix this RGB. My OBS window is still over here. Bring this back. Okay. Remember I was talking about how I hate RGB connections? It's because they, even with the slightest tug, if you want to call it a tug, sometimes they come apart, and this one's probably really, really close. So what I'm gonna do, get this fan out of the way. See if we can just see the problem. Okay. It's most likely right there. Yep, I see it. I don't think the camera can pick that up, but it's right in there. Yeah, I mean it kind of is, but it's different when it's just one that isn't working, because it's just like a guarantee that it's just two wires that came disconnected, and I could perfectly see. I could see exactly where it happened, so not a big deal. I just have to stick my fingers in there and connect them. What's my best option here? Probably going this way. And this one right here. Doing some surgery. You know what, I do wish that this case came in a non-RGB variant. No, you won't need to do anything. Everything, you're going to be able to just plug this thing in and play. That's all you got to do. I'm going to set everything up. Windows is going to be installed and activated. You have nothing to worry about. I got you. We are connected once more. Nice, easy fix. Okay, get this fan back in, and we're done. Hope you had a good time. Hope I was entertaining enough. Hope you learned something too, you know? Because the next PC that you buy, maybe you want to do it yourself. And by the time you buy your next PC, I'm going to have fucking 10 years of content on YouTube and all these live streams. I can send you a parts list and you can do it on your own if you want to. All right, back in action. Slow these side panels back on. Boot it back up. Give her a test. And then I'm going to end stream and I'll hop in Braithorn stream probably while I set your BIOS up and get Windows configured and whatnot. Yeah, I do too. You know, I mean, I really like building them. There's a few creators on YouTube. The one guy, I think he might be from Taiwan. His name, it's like Bro Cooling or something. You got to check him out if you like the really high-end water cooling stuff. His content's amazing. Once I get like a studio and stuff, I'm gonna be making some really cool stuff. But for now, while we're small, this is what you can expect. All right, we got RGB everywhere now. Beautiful. I hear you. That's why I'm here. All right, I'm gonna clean up. Yeah, changing the oil on a car, it's different because it's so messy. You know, it's just like, for me, it's the disposing of the oil afterwards. That's the annoying part. I'm with you. I can't be bothered to do it anymore. And a lot of time, like, it used to be cheaper to do it yourself, but these days it's not. It's actually not cheaper. It's crazy. All right, I'm gonna end stream here. I hope you enjoyed. Anyone that's still watching, thanks for watching. Yeah, it will, because the inside of the PC is going to be packed with expanding foam. So it's not going to be able to move. None of it. Nothing's going to be able to move. I've actually never. Never mind. Forget it. I'm done. I'm done. Forget it. Alrighty. I will. I'll see you in Bray's stream then. I'll see you there while I get this thing set up. No problem. Thank you for your business. If you like the PC when you get it, please tell your friends. Still in startup mode, you know, but really trying to scale this thing out. So appreciate it, man. Thank you. All right, see you later. I'll catch you in Braid's stream then.